Children, I'm going to start the new poem, The Tale of Custard the Dragon, written by Ogden Nash, from your reader book, First Flight. Children, this is a humorous poetry, and I think you're going to enjoy doing this poem. So let's start. Frederick Ogden Nash is the poet of the poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon. He was born on August 19, 1902 and died on May 19, 1971. Was an American poet well known for his light verse, of which he wrote over 500 pieces. With his unconventional rhyming schemes, he was declared the country's best known producer of humorous poetry. Nash was best known for surprising, pun like rhymes, sometimes with words deliberately misspelled for comic effect. His introduction of the poem, The Tale of Custard the Dragon, is an amusing poem written in the form of a ballad. And a ballad is a narrative poem in short stanzas, usually having 4 lines. Ballads narrate tales of heroism and courage. This poem also reveals the heroism of a dragon, but it is written in a light vein to show that appearances are deceptive. In its humorous treatment of the subject, the poem resembles a parody. Children, here's the theme of the poem, The Tale of Custard the Dragon. It's a funny poem that tells the story of little girl Belinda and her pets. Belinda lives with her pets, a kitten, a mouse, a dog, and a dragon. In a little house, Belinda and all her pets except the dragon have been described as a very brave creature. But the dragon is such a coward that it always looks for a safety of a cage. The dragon, however, surprises everyone with his heroic act of killing a pirate who had come to Belinda's house and meant harm to her and her pets. The poet has tried to convey a message in a simple poem: never judge a book by its cover. Dragon, who is generally meek, the coward, shows his bravery at the right moment and saves everyone from the pirate. Children, here is the summary of the poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon, written by Ogden Nash. The Tale of Custard the Dragon narrates the story of Belinda, her pet dragon called Custard, and a few of her other pets. Belinda lived in a little white house with several pets. She had a black kitten called Ink, a grey mouse called Blink, a yellow dog Mustard, and a small dragon whom she called Custard. She possessed a red colored wagon also. Custard the dragon had a very horrifying appearance. It had a big sharp teeth, spikes all over its back, and scales underneath its belly. Its big mouth resembled a fireplace, and the nose looked like a chimney. It also had a sharp toes like daggers, but Custard was considered to be a coward by Belinda as well as her other pets, as he always wished to be enclosed in a nice and safe cage. Belinda, as well as her pets, claimed to be very brave and bold. Belinda's strength was compared to the ferocity of a barrel full of bears. Her kitten and mouse chased the lions away. Mustard's bravery reminded one of a tiger in a fit of temper. Belinda used to tickle Custard ruthlessly, and the kitten, the mouse, and the dog ridiculed him by comparing him with the Percival, the brave knight of King Arthur, who was renowned for his strength and fighting prowess. Sitting in the red wagon, all of them made fun of this dragon. Suddenly, their fun was interrupted when a bearded pirate with an artificial leg climbed into the White House. They all were startled to see the intruder with a pistol in each hand and a short broadsword caught between his teeth. Each one of those present in the room were terrified. Belinda turned pale and cried for help. Mustard ran for his life. Ink fled into the basement, and Blink hid himself in a rat hole. Custard, on the other hand, faced the crisis very boldly, and lashing his tail, he charged at the pirate. Absolutely frightened by this fierce assault, the pirate drank a few mouthfuls of grog. Grog means an alcoholic drink that he was carrying. He then fired two shots at Custard, but in his nervousness he missed his aim. Custard did not spare him. He ate up the whole of his body. There was a great rejoicing in the White House. Belinda embraced Custard, and the other pets also started celebrating. No one bothered about the pirate's death. However, rather than feeling ashamed of their cowardice, Ink, Blink, and Mustard again started boasting of their bravery. They claimed that they could have been braver than Custard had they not been unnerved by the sudden turn of events. Ignoring their bragging, Custard admitted that everyone was braver than him. Belinda continues to live in a White House along with the pets till today. Ironically, they still claim to be brave and full of courage, and Custard too continues his demand for a nice and safe cage. Children, here's the title of the poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon. Custard is the central character of the story narrated in this ballad. The views and activities of the rest of the characters of the story are related to those of the dragon through contrast. Hence, the poem has appropriately been titled The Tale of Custard the Dragon. The title also gives a clue that the poem is full of wit and humor because the name custard is quite funny for a ferocious animal like a dragon. There is also a hint that it is going to be a narrative poem, a tale which is usually a ballad. Children, here my video ends. In my second video, I am going to explain you about the literary devices used in this poem and the dictation words. Thank you. Have a nice day.